Good morning. It's Friday, October 17th. Here's what we're working on this morning.
I'm Simone Gavros reporting live in Waterdown. Canada Post has put forward a list of guiding principles as they work to address the changes that were announced by the government last month.
Roads have reopened after a serious crash involving a pedestrian and an SUV in East Hamilton.
A well-hit ball to right field, going to backhand zone. It's gone! He did it again!
And just like that, the Blue Jays have tied the ALCS after beating the Mariners. You know, I don't mind going to bed before the game without any stress and then waking up the day later and finding out that the Jays win.
Yes.
It's a good feeling.
Yes.
Especially on a Friday morning.
I'm looking forward to seeing the highlights, your highlights today, because I heard nothing, I saw nothing. I just know that they won, and we're all good.
Yes.
I didn't watch the game last night, but I will tell you that I did dream about baseball. What?
You did?
I did. I dreamt about baseball. So the Jays are getting to me. They really are. They really are. That's great news. Okay. Not more great news. Friday.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, we're looking at sunshine to start the day today, but we are going to see clouds and we'll get some showers later on tonight. But we are looking at cloudy skies moving in today. Today will be about 15 degrees, or we got 2 yesterday. We're sitting at 2 right now, so it's a chilly start to the morning here. That's a degree below seasonal at the moment, so we're around seasonal. But tomorrow is going to be a glorious day. We're looking at sunshine and a high of 20 for the day tomorrow, so it's going to be a glorious Saturday. And then more showers for Sunday. Okay, we'll talk about that in detail coming up. Quick check on traffic this morning. 403 Waterdown Road as usual. No problems right there. It's looking pretty good at the moment. Friday, of course, the volume's usually a little bit lighter. We'll check some MTO traffic cameras. Centennial Parkway, nothing to see there as usual. Top of the Burlington Skyway Bridge this time of the morning is pretty good. Same with east of Brodie. Toronto bound away from us on that shot. So we'll look at weather, we'll look at traffic, we'll check that for you coming up in detail. Right now, the news.
All right, thank you, Brian. Canada Post has promised to prioritize reliable and affordable mail delivery for all Canadians as part of sweeping changes announced by the government last month. Simone Gavros joins us live from Waterdown with the details. Good morning, Simone.
Good morning, Rick. There are 5 guiding principles that the Crown Corporation is going to be following when they have to come up with this plan by the November 9th deadline. That plan has to incorporate those sweeping changes that were announced by the federal government on September 25th. Now, one of the 5 guiding principles that were announced includes prioritizing service, and that includes protecting services in rural, remote, and Indigenous communities. They also plan to proceed thoughtfully to minimize how the changes will affect Canadians. That includes keeping Canadians informed along the way with updates on their transformation. The Postal Service says it'll be fair and respectful to employees and will be flexible to respond to evolving needs of Canadians. Postal workers hit the picket lines across the country last month in response to the government changes, but switched to a rotating strike last week. The changes are intended to get the business back on track financially. The company has lost more than $5 billion from operations within the last 7 years, and the government also had to step in to provide financial support. Canada Post also says that they'll be releasing a series of informational videos for both customers and employees. The first so far is about their accommodation services. For now, Annette, back over to you.
Okay, thanks very much, Simone. There has been a serious crash involving a pedestrian in Hamilton's East End. It sent a 37-year-old man to hospital with life-threatening injuries. Police say he was crossing at Barton and Kenilworth when he was hit just before midnight. The driver of the SUV is said to be cooperating with the investigation.
Prime Minister Mark Carney will be in Niagara Region today to outline plans to strengthen border security. The Liberal government split its border security bill this month, hoping to pass some measures quickly and give more time for scrutiny of more controversial ones. The new bill includes several measures from the previous one that would expand the Coast Guard's role, tighten the immigration and refugee system, enhance information sharing on sex offenders, and introduce stronger controls on chemicals used to make illicit drugs. The government is still moving ahead with contentious elements of the first bill that would give authorities new powers to access personal information and search mail. Those measures have drawn intense opposition from civil society groups.
Meantime, Premier Doug Ford is thanking Prime Minister Mark Carney after the two met at Ford's home in Etobicoke yesterday. In a brief statement, Ford thanked Carney for, quote, helping get big things built fast, from the Ring of Fire to large-scale nuclear facilities. There are huge opportunities to power Canada's economic growth. Now, while Ford has called on Carney to hit the U.S. hard if Canada can't reach a deal on trade and tariffs, Carney maintains that right now it's time to talk, not hit back. He says his government is engaged in what he describes as deep and intensive negotiations with the states on several tariffed sectors, including steel, aluminum, and energy.
3 teenagers are among 4 people arrested after a jewelry store robbery in Newmarket. York Regional Police released this video of 5 people involved in a smash and grab Wednesday afternoon at Upper Canada Mall, where a security guard was pepper sprayed. Witnesses quickly called police with a description of a white SUV the suspects took off in. It was boxed in by police, who also had air support.
Okay, Air 2, they have the vehicle contained. We've got runners.
2-1 Bravo, we got the driver in custody. Taser deployed.
There's one running. Those stars are running. There he is. Got him.
An 18-year-old from Toronto, along with 2 16-year-olds and a 15-year-old, face several charges. 2 of those arrested were facing previous charges. Police are still looking for 1 more suspect. They've also recovered more than $100,000 in jewelry and the getaway vehicle, which had been stolen in a home invasion in Vaughan.
The Conservatives' justice critic is suggesting a new Liberal government bill that's tougher on bail and sentencing rules is a half-baked attempt to copy and paste his party's stance on crime. Larry Brock insisted in a statement that a criminal, quote, puts a criminal, quote, only halfway in jail, and that halfway measures won't end the scourge of crime and disorder in communities. The Prime Minister has laid out details on legislation that's coming next week that would make bail more challenging to get for violent and organized crime offences. Justice Minister Sean Fraser denies that the bill is in response to Conservative pressure, saying it is a clear call for change from Canadians.
OPP are investigating what caused a deadly 3-vehicle crash near Simcoe. A 79-year-old woman was killed and 3 other people were sent to hospital. The crash at Concession 13 Townsend and Blue Line Road involved a cement truck and a car and an SUV.
Hamilton teen has been charged with stunt driving after a crash this summer that sent 6 people to hospital. Hamilton police tell us that a teenage girl is still in hospital after a minivan hit a delivery vehicle near Valens Road and Concession 5 West in Flamborough in August. The 17-year-old boy driving the van also faces charges of dangerous driving, causing bodily harm, and running a stop sign. Police say that minivan was going 142 kilometers an hour in a 70K zone. Durham Regional Police and the OPP are being sued over a deadly crash on the 401 that killed a baby and his grandparents last year. They died when a cargo van being chased by police struck the family's vehicle east of Toronto in April of 2024. The van was going the wrong way on the highway, and the driver was also killed in the crash. The family of the baby and grandparents are suing both police forces, the Durham Regional Police officers involved in the chase, the police board, and the estate of the driver. The $25 million lawsuit claims the crash was the result of police negligence.
Blue Jays fans were down in the dumps after Toronto lost the first 2 games of the American League Championship Series at home to Seattle. But they're waking up this morning feeling much better about the team's chances of going to the World Series for the first time in 32 years.
A well-hit ball to right field, going to backhand zone. It's gone! He did it again! Second night in a row that Andres Jimenez hits a 2-run homer.
As As Yogi Berra famously said, it's deja vu all over again. Andres Gimenez hit a 2-run homer in the third inning for the second game in a row to give the Jays a 2-1 lead, and they would not look back. Max Scherzer turned back the clock with a vintage pitching performance, making his 500th Major League start, regular season and playoffs combined. The 41-year-old Mad Max allowed 2 runs on 3 hits in 5 2/3 innings and struck out 5 to earn his first postseason win since the 2019 World Series. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. hit his 5th home run this postseason as the Jays went on to slam Seattle 8-2, tie the series at 2, outscoring the Mariners 21-6 in the last couple of games. Game 5 in this best-of-7 series is tonight. First pitch is at 6:08 p.m. with Kevin Gausman facing Bryce Miller on the mound.
It was just a situation I was going through it in my head. I understood where the game state was, knew how I wanted to attack, and then all of a sudden I saw Schneid's coming out, and I kind of went, whoa, 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 whoa. Like, I'm not coming out of this ball game. Like, I feel too good. And so we had a little conversation that basically I wanted to stay in the ball game, but just with some other words involved. But, you know, I just knew I was strong. I knew I wanted the ball. I knew I could get outs in this situation, and I just wanted to stay in. I wanted it.
Scherzer moved into 5th all-time for playoff strikeouts with 156 and is the 3rd oldest starter to win a postseason game on the road. Tommy Edman hit a tie-breaking single off hard-throwing rookie Jacob Misiorowski in a 2-run 6th inning as the Dodgers beat the Brewers 3-1 to take a commanding 3-0 lead in the NLCS. Los Angeles is now 1 win away from becoming the first defending champion to reach the World Series since the 2009 Phillies. Only one MLB team has overcome a 3-0 series deficit, the 0-4 Red Sox against the Yankees.
Austin Matthews, William Nylander, 2-on-1. Nylander works in, back in front, they score! Austin Matthews, overtime winner. Leafs take it 2-1.
The captain scored 58 seconds in overtime to give the Maple Leafs a 2-1 victory over the Rangers. Matthew Knies also scored for Toronto. William Nylander had 2 assists, and Anthony Stolarz was spectacular, making 28 saves. Joe Flacco threw for 342 yards and 3 touchdowns, leading the Bengals to a thrilling 33-31 win over the Steelers to open Week 7 of the NFL season. Evan McPherson kicked a 36-yard field goal with 7 seconds left as Cincy snapped a 4-game losing streak on Thursday night. Pittsburgh fell to 1-10 on Thursdays since 2009. Jamar Chase made 16 catches for 161 yards and a TD. Aaron Rodgers tossed 4 touchdowns in the loss. So we now know who will play the halftime show at this year's Grey Cup. MGK, formerly known as Machine Gun Kelly, will perform in Winnipeg on November 16th. 35-year-old is a Grammy-nominated multi-platform recording artist. Canadian alt-rockers Our Lady Peace will open the festivities at the Grey Cup kickoff show, and Manitoba singer Katie St. Germain will perform the national anthem.
17th morning of October, but more importantly, Friday. Yes, let's get into traffic here and we'll see what's going on. 403 and Waterdown Road, we start with our exclusive camera. Nothing to see there. It's just normal volume for this time of the morning. MTO traffic cameras briefly because there's not a lot going on. QEW, east of Lake, St. Catharines, nothing there. Centennial Parkway, fine. Fairview Street, Toronto bound towards us, coming off the Skyway, not a problem there. East of Royal Windsor, as you head well, past the Ford plant actually, going into Mississauga, doing fine, Etobicoke Creek, all the way through almost to the 427. That's basically how the QEW looks this morning, so not a lot going on. Let's get to our temperature that we have this morning. Like yesterday morning, we are sitting at 2 degrees, but we have a mainly cloudy sky right now. And the sky is going to become cloudy as the morning goes on. Light winds, but that wind is shifting now, west-southwest at 5. Last hour, it was light from the north, so that wind is shifting, so we'll have mild temperatures again today. But yeah, mostly cloudy at the moment. For school today, it will become cloudier as the day goes on, and we should hit 15 degrees, which is basically where we were yesterday. We'll have light winds for the day today. No problems for air quality today in the low-risk category. We have a ridge of high pressure, still going to give us, well, a little bit of sun this morning, but that approaching frontal boundary is going to bring us some clouds today, showers overnight tonight. Tomorrow we'll see a little bit of clearing going on in the morning. It should be a nice day, and then by Sunday that low is going to bring us some showers and windy conditions. Today 15 to 14 degrees depending on where you are. Some areas, Halton, Peel, Toronto, there is a slim chance of a shower later in the day today. Tonight will be fairly cloudy, and it's going to be mild tonight compared to what we've had for the past couple of nights. 9, 10, 11 degrees tonight, but showers tomorrow. Skies will clear. It's going to become a sunny day. Look at those temperatures, 20 and 21 degrees tomorrow. Just a beautiful day for Saturday. So out the door, it's Friday. We're looking at a temperature right now of 2 degrees, and the skies are mostly cloudy. Long-range forecast coming up. Annette, right?
Thank you, Brian. Coming up after the break, we're going to say good morning to Emily Vukovic with a preview of what's to come in Chit Chat. And Canadian Tire will start selling the iconic Hudson's Bay blankets while continuing an important initiative started by HBC. A big Friday good morning to Emily. What is coming up in Chit Chat?
Hi, good morning. Dan Aykroyd has a surprising plan for his legacy, and it involves AI.
Okay. Does it also involve cone heads?
Maybe.
Right.
It could.
Okay.
The house from Dawson's Creek is going up for sale, and the asking price is massive considering the amount of work it needs. And later on in the show, remember Fear Factor?
Yes.
Well, it is returning next year with an unexpected twist.
Really? Mm-hmm. Okay.
Oh, and P.S. Don't think I did not put a Taylor Swift story in because I did.
Our day will be complete.
Yes.
Thanks, Emily. Looking forward to it. To business news, we'll start with overseas trading this morning. The Canadian dollar is up 1 basis point to 71.17 cents U.S. Gold is up $56 an ounce, and oil is also down 62 cents to $56.37 U.S. a barrel. In midday European trading, London, Frankfurt, and Paris are all down at the moment.
It's also a down day on Asian markets with Tokyo, Hong Kong, and Shanghai all in the red. Big losses in the first two. North American markets at the close of trading yesterday, the TSX was down 178, the Dow down more than 300 points, and the NASDAQ lost 107.
Canadian Tire will start selling the iconic Hudson's Bay Point blankets. It's pledged to continue a program started by HBC to donate the net proceeds to support Indigenous-led initiatives. The money will be used for multi-year grants that provide critical support to grassroots Indigenous organizations and reconciliation action grants. Canadian Tire acquired HBC's intellectual property earlier this year for $30 million.
Charmin's gone really big with its latest release. It's introduced what it calls the Forever Roll, a 1,700 sheet of toilet paper that's meant to last up to a month based on a two-person household. The roll is about 32 times larger than a standard roll of toilet paper. It's available online in Canada through Walmart and Instacart. Company is offering a 30-day money-back guarantee if it doesn't last the month. Charmin insists it's still the same soft, two-ply ultra soft that people love. Okay, but what if you have one of those toilet roll holders in the wall?
Yeah, I have one of those.
That's not going to fit.
No. I guess I need one of these stands.
Okay, and what if you also have a cat that likes to play with toilet paper rolls? That's
now
a
you're in
lot
trouble.
more waste.
I have one of those too.
We have questions, Charmin. We have questions.
Yes, we do. Nestle is cutting 16,000 jobs globally over the next 2 years to reduce costs. The Swiss food giant says the cuts are expected to save more than $1 billion by the end of next year, mostly in office jobs. Nestle says it's focusing on automating processes and using shared services. Nestle Canada, which makes Coffee Crisp, Aero, and Smarties, has more than 3,500 employees. Its Toronto plant is the only certified peanut-free Nestle facility in North America. There's no word how many Canadian jobs will be impacted.
Safety recall is underway for Vesta tankless hot water heaters, and it's because of a carbon monoxide risk. Vesta, along with Health Canada and U.S. safety officials, say that certain models have cracked exhaust units, and that could leak out the toxic gas into homes, could pose a very serious risk, even death. All VRS and VRP models, plus some other units, are affected. About 3,500 of these units were sold in Canada between 2017 and this year. There have been 43 reports of cracks, no injuries or deaths so far. If you own one, you're asked to stop using it immediately and contact Vesta for a free repair. You can find out a lot more information. We've got this story on our website at chch.com.
All right, coming up after the break, Ryan is going to be back with traffic and your 7-day weather forecast.
Coming up on 6:25, good morning. Let's check our forever rolling cameras this morning. Yeah, I had to work that in there. QEW in 7th looks pretty good this morning. Generally, all our cameras look pretty good. We're not seeing a lot, even the top of the Burlington Skyway Bridge. Toronto-bound lanes coming towards us on that. East of Brodie Road, still fine. We'll check Sheraton going through Mississauga, the 403 at Burnhamthorpe. Basically, it's light volume on all our cameras and routes this morning, so take it carefully, please. Check our temperatures. Yeah, we're the cool spot again this morning. We're sitting at 2 degrees like we were yesterday morning at this time. 6 Grimsby, Mississauga, 7 into Toronto. Seasonals this time of year are now 4 for an overnight low, so we're just a little below seasonal, but 13 for a daytime high now. We were above that yesterday. We'll be above that for the day today. Those are our sun times and records for today. Yeah, we're looking at a fair bit of cloud cover for the day today. Increasing clouds this morning. It'll be mostly cloudy and 6 by the first bell and 15 degrees and cloudy skies for after school. So yeah, becoming cloudy today. We'll get down to 10 tonight, so a lot milder tonight, but we're going to get showers rolling in. Tomorrow morning, the skies will clear. What a day tomorrow. Sunny and 20. It'll be windy with showers on Sunday and 16. And then look at the showers continue. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Chance of showers and cooler temps. That's your forecast. Annette, Rick.
Okay, this is kind of cool. A film production company in South Dakota has come across a unique discovery while they were recently filming a herd of cattle.
Dakota Film Company shared this video on their social media channels, and it shows a moose hanging out with the herd. All this happened about a month ago near the capital of Pierre. The full-grown moose towers above the cows, many of whom showed interest in their extra-large friend. Some people commenting on this video post saying, quote, "The moose may be in witness protection." Another person wondered if the unusual combination of moose and cattle was called a moodle, which I'm not sure is correct.
It's like, okay, the cows are all pointing him out. Okay, he's the one who's different.
There he is. He's got stuff on his head.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah. And the average moose is like 6 feet tall from ground to shoulder. Never mind,
I wonder if it's hurt or something and they're trying to protect it? Or
I don't know.
This is very interesting.
Oh, this is one brave cow. Sam, what's going on? Who's this?
You look different.
Stay with us. More to come.
Okay, I got to find out more about this.
Morning Live. Good morning.
Take me home.